Hello. Okay, so for today's topic, we're going to be talking about liquid measurement and capacity, and how we measure those things, and converting them again from different liquid measurements. So we have a gallon here, okay? And a gallon container usually is like a milk jug that you might have at home or you might have seen before, or it's the container, the jug that we would use for water in the classroom, whether it be for the watering the plants or for you guys to drink. That jug was 1 full gallon of water, okay? Within the gallon, it breaks down, and this is GallonBot here, who's going to sort of help you remember how much is in each measurement. So we have a full gallon here, okay? Within each gallon, there is something called a quart, and we have 4 of them, okay? So 4 quarts in every 1 gallon. So basically, if I had 2 gallons, I would need to multiply that 2 by 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, to tell me how many quarts there are. There are 8 quarts, okay? So basically, if we doubled this robot, doubled our GallonBot, and I had 2 of them side by side, and I counted quarts, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'd have 8 quarts altogether, okay? So if it was 3 gallons, you would multiply that by 4, and that would give you 12, okay? So just remember that when it's telling you the number of gallons and they want to know how many quarts it is, you just have to multiply by 4. Now, what if we were going the opposite way? What if it said we have 16 quarts, okay? I'm just going to abbreviate quarts with QTS. If I have 16 and they want to know, well, how many gallons is that? You need to divide by 4, just like we've been doing the past few math lessons. When we go from a bigger to a smaller measurement, we multiply. When we go from a smaller to a bigger measurement, we divide, okay? So I would have to divide 16 by 4, okay? I can do that in my head. 4, 8, 12, 16. So the answer is 4 gallons, okay? But if you weren't sure, you can use a calculator again, just like yesterday's assignment. So I would take the 16, I would divide that by 4, and it gives you 4 as the answer. So that would be 4 gallons, okay? Now, within that, it can go smaller and smaller. So the next measurement, we have our pints. So in 1 gallon, remember we're talking about the gallon now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints. Okay, so there are 8 pints to 1 gallon. Okay. If I have 2 gallons, how many would I have then? If there's 8 in 1, how many would be in 2? So we're going to multiply. We're going to multiply 2 gallons times 8, because there are 8 for every one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So that means there are 16 pints in every gallon, okay? So you could use the calculator again for that as well, 2 times 8. Now, you might be asked, well, how many pints are in a quart, right? So for every quart, you have 2. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8. That's, again, talking about how many are in a gallon. In the quart, there are 2 for every quart. So if I have 2 quarts, 1, 2, how many pints would I have? Well, just count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 quarts is 4 pints, okay? If it asks me how many pints are in 3 quarts, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if there's 2 pints in 1 quart, that means we need to multiply 2 by the amount of quarts that we have. Okay, so let me just erase some of this here. Okay, if the question is how many pints are in 5 quarts, okay, So we have 5 quarts equals blank pints. I need to take the 5, multiply it by 2, okay? 5, 10. You all can do that. I know you can count by 5s, okay? So that would be 10 pints. I'll put PT for pints, okay? And if I would use the gallon bot, I would see that here are 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts, and I have 8 pints there. So I would just need 1 more quart, and there's 2 pints in that. So that would be 9, 10, okay? Now, we got to go even smaller now, okay? So now we're going to talk about cups, all right? So in every pint, there are 2 cups, okay? Let me get another color here. Okay, so here's 1 pint. Here are 2 cups. Okay, so 2. Here's 2 more. That's 2 pints. That would be 4 cups. Here's another pint for 2 more. So that's 6, 8, and so on. Okay, so let me just keep going. 10, 12, 14, 16. So basically what this says that in 1 gallon, we have 16 cups altogether, okay? In 1 gallon, we have 8 pints altogether. In 1 gallon, we have 4 quarts altogether, okay? So going back to the cups though, if the question is asking you how many cups are in, or how many cups are in blank pints. So for example, if the question is how many cups are in 6 pints, okay? If you didn't have this in front of you, all you would have to do is take your 6 pints and you're going to multiply that by, what do you think? 2, because there's 2 cups for every 1 pint. So 6 times 2 equals 12 cups. If you can't do that in your head or on paper, you are allowed to use the calculator, okay? So 6 pints in times 2 is 12 cups. What if the question says how many cups are in 10 pints? So if I have 10 pints, I have to multiply that by 2, and that will give me 10, 20, 20 cups. Okay, so let's take a look at the assignment now that you're going to do today. So let me see if I can squeeze this in here a little bit for you guys so you can see everything. Okay. So I broke this down in here and I gave you what it is, okay? So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, 1 quart equals 2 pints, and 1 pint equals 2 cups. So we're going to start out slow today. So all I'm asking is for this section is you're converting the gallons to quarts. So remember, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 quarts in 1 gallon, okay? 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So if there are 4 in 1 gallon, how many would be in 2 gallons? So we need to multiply 4 times 2. 4, 8. Or you can count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Or you can use your calculator. So the answer would be 8 quarts, okay? So you're going to do this one on your own. Now, when they give you the amount of quarts, like these next 2 problems, you need to go to the gallons. Now remember, you're going from smaller to bigger, so we're not multiplying, we're actually going to be dividing by 4. So, if you don't remember how to do that, you can take out your calculator, okay? And you're going to take the bigger number, 16, you divide it by 4, and your answer is 4, okay? So I'm just going to put these in red so we know that we did these on the video, okay? So this one you're going to do on your own. You're going to take 24 and you're going to divide it by 4. And I'm not going to hit equals because I don't want to show you the answer, okay? And so these 3, 1, 2, 3, you're going to do on your own. So you have to divide here, multiply by 4 here, and divide by 4 here, okay? Let's move on. Now we have quarts and pints, okay? 1 quart equals 2 pints. So there are 2 pints inside of each 1 quart, okay? So if I have 2 quarts, how many pints would I have? What would I have to do? Well, if there's 2 pints in 1 quart, that means I have to multiply 2 quarts by 2. 2, 4, okay? So my answer would be 4 here. 4 pints in 2 quarts. You're going to do this one on your own. You're going to do 4 times 2, okay? Now again, we're going from smaller unit, pints, to a bigger unit, quarts. So we need to divide by 2. So you need to see how many times 2 goes into 10. Well, I'm going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the answer would be 5. Again, if you need a little assistance, you can use the calculator, but the 2s, most of you already know that, so challenge yourself if you can. You don't always rely on the calendar. Use the calendar. Don't always rely on the calculator. Use it when you need it. Okay. All right. So this one you're gonna leave. I'm gonna leave blank. You're gonna do that as part of your assignment. 14. You're gonna divide by 2. Okay. This one you're also going to do on your own, and this one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 to do here, and you do also have 4 here as well. Okay. The last one. Pints to cups. Okay, so now 1 pint is 2 cups. So how many cups are in 2 pints? Again, we're going to multiply by 2. Okay, so 2 times 2 equals 4. So there would be 4 cups here. Okay. I'm not going to do, and well, this one we'll do together also, okay. So now I have 10 cups. I need to go to pints, so I have to divide by 2 again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 5 is the answer, okay? And I'm going to leave the rest for you to do on your own, okay? It's just like what you're doing here. You're either multiplying or dividing by 2. This is the only one that you multiply or divide by 4. Okay, so we're going to start with this today, and tomorrow you're going to be given an assignment that will go a little bit more in depth and talking about, it won't just be quarts and gallons. They might ask you, oh, how many pints are in a gallon? So we'll get to that tomorrow, but work on this today, and if there's any questions, just let us know. Bye.